Hey guys, love a song here. So it has been, I want to say a month. I hope not, but I feel like it is. Yeah, a few things have happened. So of course, first it was my birthday, and it was fantastic. It was really nice to enjoy a birthday here. Sorry. Christmas wasn't great for me, but after I moved from Reading to Bristol, people were a lot more friendlier, and it was genuinely very enjoyable, and it was just fantastic. I have some amazing shared housemates, and it was great. So I really enjoyed that, and I was actually better for my birthday. There wasn't anything wrong with me. I wasn't sick or anything. So that was great, because that was one of the things I really wanted for my birthday, was to not be sick. On that subject, since then, after that weekend, I have had conjunctivitis. I have had, I want to say a cold, but I think it's some virus or something. It started so today is Monday. It started not the Friday just been, but the Friday before that. Really sore throat. My ears started hurting, but it was so bad that I struggled to swallow. I did talk to my mum on Friday, and she thought it might be strep throat, which I have to have antibiotics for. So I tried to book a doctor's appointment, and I couldn't get one until 2 weeks' time. And I went, oh great. So I can try and ring them up every day to get an earlier appointment, but when you work Monday to Friday and school work hours, it's a bit hard. But over the weekend, it's been fine. After a week of really sore ears, fevers, I'm pretty sure, woke up a few times really hot and just sweating. It wasn't nice, and I don't normally get that warm. And yeah, sore ears, sore throat and everything. I was fine. So it's still there. I can feel it slightly in the back of my throat. My ears are fine, but I can feel the sore throat slightly. It still hurts a little bit. So she could still be right. It might just be a lot better, but it might not go away. But until I get antibiotics. But that's fine, because it's not bothering me right now, and I can wait for that appointment now, which is fantastic. So other than that, and yeah, conjunctivitis is well and truly cleared up and stuff. But I have been told also that the first year you spend working with kids full time, you catch everything under the sun. So might be a bit of that. We also have a cherry blossom tree. It's blossoming outside in the kids' play area. So I am wondering if it's partially affected hay fever. I'm going to try taking some antihistamines. But hay fever's never affected me before, but I've never been in the vicinity of hanging out with a cherry blossom tree. So I don't know, I am going to try that when I get paid. Just to try and feel a little bit better. This week is the last week of school before Easter break. Because I'm a teaching assistant. I do supply. I can be a teacher or a teaching assistant. At the moment, I'm a teaching assistant. And I'm at this school until the end of the year, which is July. So it's nice to have a long-term place to be. Teaching assistant, of course, you don't get paid as much, but there is a big but in there. That song came to my head. Yeah, I'm not going to sing it though. So you get to work more one-on-one with the children who need that extra support. It's a bit more cruisy. You can do... When I say it's a bit more cruisy, I just mean that I'm not always in the classroom because I'm photocopying something, printing something, laminating it. I just like that it differs day to day. Yeah, and I can leave when school finishes. Unless I've got something specific I need to do, so the hours are way better as well. So I think it weighs even. I am, if I'm honest, just getting by month to month, paying my bills and stuff. But I love what I'm doing, so I think that counts. That's one of the most important things. Anyway, so as well as all that, most of you will probably know this. If you don't, you obviously don't watch or listen to the news or anything, which, you know, to be fair enough, but I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. You would have heard about what happened in New Zealand. So it did happen in my home city. I woke up that Friday morning in the UK to find a message from my mum saying, "Don't worry about us, we're all fine and we're all safe and we're okay." And the first thing I thought is, oh my goodness, it's been a massive earthquake. Because for those who don't know, we are overdue for the Alpine fault to go off. It's supposed to be something really terrible, like an 8 on the Richter scale. And we are quite overdue for it. It's always in the back of my mind. But, you know, I don't worry about that because live life as it comes. At one stage when we had the first decent earthquake in Christchurch, it was quite a few years ago now. I can't remember how many years ago. I don't count. I used to be awake at night waiting for the next aftershock. They terrified me. I couldn't handle them very well. A lot of people couldn't, and I was definitely one of them. They scared the hell out of me. And then further down the track, I worked out that, you know, I can't just hang around waiting and worry about something that may or may not happen. It was certainly getting me down too and destroying my sleep and things like that. So I deal with it really well now. And I guess that's just what happens over time when you realise you can't hang around. So that's what I thought it was. And then I went on Facebook, because I have a habit of going on Facebook and checking my feed before I get out of bed in the mornings, because it helps wake me up a little bit. I'm not a morning person, which is quite funny really when I'm a teacher. But hold on a sec. So yeah, I went on Facebook, and to my shock and disbelief, I found that there'd been a terrorist attack in my home city. It's a bit scary because the mosque, the Christchurch City one, not the Linwood one, the other one. I lived in a flat just round the block from that mosque, which was a little bit frightening. Had it been, you know, had I still lived there or whatever. But I knew exactly where it was. Until it happened, I didn't realise how safe I thought New Zealand was. I never thought that something like that would happen in New Zealand, and particularly in Christchurch. I thought if anything was to happen in New Zealand, it'll be in Auckland. So I was also really, really sad. I felt grief for my country, because I thought, man, New Zealand's going to lose its reputation of being a beautiful, safe country. But I think some of the reasons he did it was because he knew everyone thought New Zealand was safe, which is terrible. So yeah, it was a shock to the system. And yeah, I was still in disbelief, really. It's crazy. I am glad everyone I know is safe. I know a lot of people aren't handling it very well. However, on the bright side of things, I can't believe how well our Prime Minister has dealt with this. I didn't vote for her, I'll be very honest. I had my doubts about her. There are some things in the education system I didn't agree with, so I didn't vote for her. One of the reasons, anyway. But the way she has handled this is absolutely incredible, and you know, she's done such an amazing job to deal with the unthinkable that would ever happen, you know, and to, I don't know, like, I just think she's doing a fantastic job. And further to that point, someone at school, an older sister, she's about 18, of one of the children in my class, I think she's Muslim, pretty sure she is. Like, it's not something you ask, because to be honest, I don't care. Everyone believes in different things. As long as it keeps them happy, it doesn't change the type of person they are. I certainly don't agree with anyone judging anyone for something like that, or just judging people at all, really. Coming from someone who used to wear a lot of black, I still do. I was classed under emo or goth. And my piercings don't help, of course. But I just didn't fit into the box, so to speak. And that was fine. It got me a lot of bullying. It got me judged a lot. It still happens. But, you know, I don't care anymore. I used to. It used to really bother me. Now, it kind of makes me laugh in some respects, because it's like, grow up. There are bigger things in this world than caring about what someone does, or like what someone believes in, or what someone likes, or what someone looks like. There are bigger things. Who cares? Accept everyone for their differences, because that's what makes people people. And it's what makes us us. It's what makes us all, each and every one of us, so special. So I just, anyway, this 18-year-old, she mentioned to me on Friday just been, she said, "You're Prime Minister in New Zealand," and I went, "Oh, you know, what do you think about her?" Like, I'd seen on Facebook all these things saying that everyone all over the world thinks she's doing an amazing job and things like that. But to hear it in person is very different, because you don't always believe what the media says. So to hear it in person from her, she just thinks our Prime Minister is absolutely amazing and inspiring, and she just, to hear it in person made me proud to call her my Prime Minister of my hometown, you know? It's a good feeling. So that was really cool. I have forgotten off the top of my head, I'm really sorry, who released this pattern. It was free, and it was for people who wanted to stitch it. They could send it to families in Christchurch, I believe, or stitch it for themselves. Anyway, being on the other side of the world, I thought, I can't do much. I think that was a lot of it. I couldn't physically do anything, I felt. So I stitched this. I completely changed the colours. I put little sequins in the flowers. Yeah, and I stitched that for me. And it did help. It felt really good stitching that. Oh, I don't know if you can see. I've used this gorgeous multicoloured metallic thread. I absolutely love it on the heart. I did use a variegated, it's like a purpley red on New Zealand, and after I'd stitched it, I went, oh, I hope that doesn't appear like kind of the whole blood violence themed colour. I really hope it doesn't, because wow, as soon as I thought that, it kind of made me like it less. I don't know, it definitely still helped me personally. And I also went to Bristol, had a vigil for Christchurch. They had lots of speakers. So I lit a candle and put a card there and had a chat. There were lots of people that went to it, from all different cultures and religions and things. But I believe I was the only one there from Christchurch. So when a few of them found out, which included some of the speakers, they really kind of went, oh, I'm really sorry, and things like that, which was really nice. So that's why I've been a while posting, and then the weekend I just relaxed. Honestly, I needed the weekend, and I was this close to putting up a video, and then I was just like, you know what, I've almost finished something I'm stitching, so I'll finish it and then do a video. So that's why we're videoing on a Monday. By the way, this one, man, I stitched that up so fast. I can't believe how fast I stitched it up. I don't normally stitch that fast. Oh, I also stitched over more squares than it called for, because I wanted it bigger. I didn't want it as small as it was, and this fabric was in my fabric scrap stash, and it's a light blue, and so I thought, you know, ocean, so that's why I chose that fabric. I don't know exactly what it is. I think I could never work out what count it was. I think that was the other reason why I used it, because I didn't really, I know how to work out the count of something, but no matter how many times I counted, it was 15. It was not 14. It was not 16. It was 15. And no matter how many times I counted it. So that worked out well anyway. And it was the perfect size. So I was thinking about sending that home. I'm not sure, like to my parents or someone in my family who might appreciate it. I just needed to stitch it and get it out of my system, and that's why I stitched that so fast. I think it only took me 2 or 3 days, and that was during the week as well. So I generally get home at about 4:45 in the afternoon, and I go to bed 9, 10. So yeah, it really didn't take me long. I think it might have been two days. Anyway, I obviously needed it, and I got it out of my system. The ferns were really hard to stitch. They don't look the same as the pattern, I promise, but they still look good. So anyway, the cross stitch that I finished yesterday, well, I finished it today, but I finished stitching it and back stitching it yesterday. So we have, this is from the Cross Stitch Crazy magazine, and it's for my gay flatmate. He's like my best friend. He's just great. We have very similar interests, and it's just nice to have so much in common with someone, I guess. So this is actually a bookmark. I have glued some cardboard on. It's got double-sided tape to hold it in the card, but it's actually a bookmark. But right now, as I've just tried to peel it off, I've kind of ripped the card. So yeah, I don't think I thought about that properly, but maybe he'll keep it as a card. I don't know. But because we're both Disney freaks, I said, you've got your own style, now let it come through, and remember, no matter what, you got to be you. And if you don't know, that is said by Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. I also have written in it, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 keep on trucking and keep the faith. And that is from Dory, from Finding Nemo. So, just because we both like Disney and it's under the sea. And this was the one he picked for me to stitch next. I didn't want it. It's quite girly for me. Mind you, I love the card that it goes in. But I didn't like the mermaid at all. So after I started stitching it halfway through, I said, so did you want it when I finished it? And he goes, yeah, that'd be great. So that was easy. And I love stitching for people. So easy peasy. So I have done that as well. Alright. Into the jungle. I have not done much on this, first things first. I have done something on it, but it's very minute. So, I have started this. I've got both my borders and I've started this one. I am so close to finishing, and I'm wondering if that's why it's dragging so much. Because I'm so close, but I was struggling to do it anyway, to be honest. So I'm not sure. I do need to finish it. My friend from New Zealand comes, well, I think her plane leaves New Zealand on the 5th of April. The stitching retreat is the 26th of April. I'm so looking forward to it too. I actually get some time off. Yay! So it's in Milton Keynes, if I'm saying that right, which is past London. So it's 2.5 hours by train from Bristol. It is a wee way. I could have done bus. Buses take way longer. Yes, they are cheaper, but I just couldn't do it. My parents sent me some birthday money, so I used that for my return on the train. So that cost me like £77. Yeah, it wasn't cheap, but it'll be worth it when I can sit on the train and stitch, or listen to music, or play a game on my phone, or read a book. I have so many options, but it'll be nice that I don't have to stop and go, or I'm hoping not feel quite so zonked out when I get there on Friday. Because I want to stitch as soon as I get there. So maybe I won't stitch on the train then. I don't want to get stitched out. I do have days where I do, so I don't want it to happen. And I asked for Monday off work because it finishes at 3 on Sunday. And you add the train ride and everything, and just, it's going to be late. I'm going to be tired from that weekend. I didn't want to go to work the next day. So 4 days off. Yes. Although this is the last week of school, partly because I get paid for when I actually work, I have told my agency to make sure I have work over the Easter holidays. So I'm not going to have a holiday until the retreat. Yeah. But anyway, the rest of that money my parents gave me, I bought my first Melhill kit. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have wanted to do one for such a long time now, and nothing was coming up on any of the stash sites on Facebook. Nothing was coming up on any of those pages. There was one, and there was quite a few I liked, and then she never got back to me. She got back to me, and then she was like, oh, I'm going out, I'll message you tomorrow, and she never did, and I messaged her 2 more times after that, heard nothing. So unfortunately that one fell through. So in the end I just bought one. It is, I can't remember who it's coming from. It might be 1, 2, 3 Stitch. Hold on, I'll have a look at my phone because I have an email confirmation that they've received my payment. So let me have a look. Anyway, I am so excited about getting that kit. As of yet, I don't know what I'm going to be stitching on the retreat. I will take a couple of things. I think the more choice I have all the time is always the best, because sometimes I don't know what I feel like stitching until I've started working on a work in progress, and then I go, no, actually I don't want to stitch this. So a lot of the time I don't know until I'm stitching it. No, it's not from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, it's from So and So. That's who I'm getting it from. I won't tell you what it is. I will show you in my next video. Whoop whoop. Ooh, I think that'll be one I take to my retreat. I think that's definite. I think I'm going to take my Melhill to the retreat. Providing, of course, I don't get so excited that I finally got one that I finish it before then. That would be crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised. So there's that. FlossTube. I have been watching Pam and Stephanie still. I have been keeping up to date with Stitch and Button and Stitchy Witch, so I'm up to date on both of theirs. Both of them, so that's great. My friend is coming on April 5th. She was really kind to me, and she said to me, do you want me to bring anything over? I had massive issues when I moved here because I do crafts, and if I'd had it my way I would have packed no clothes and all my crafts, but that's unrealistic. So she's bringing a whole bunch of stuff over for me. Even Mum had mentioned to me, she's like, is there anything you particularly want, because I don't think she's going to be able to fit. So I have no idea how much, like, I picked what I wanted Mum to put in, like, put together for her to bring over, but I didn't see it all together. So there's a few clothes in there that I wanted. Don't believe there's any shoes. But then it's I've got a miniature dollhouse kit and cross stitch kits, or from my stash. So that's going to be really exciting, because then I can show you some more stuff and it'll feel like I'm getting a whole bunch of new cross stitch things, but actually I'm not. It's just from my stash in New Zealand, and I've forgotten I had half of them when Mum went through them with me. So I am really looking forward to all that. Obviously I have great dreams of stitching heaps. It'll be quite interesting to know how much of it I end up taking back home, and I'll have to send some stuff home first, I think. That'll be interesting. Anyway, we'll get to that when it comes to that. So I found out that yesterday I was thinking about what I was going to stitch next. So I finished my mermaid. Then I should be doing my Into the Jungle. I want to send that back to New Zealand with my friend and get it framed for my little brother's birthday, which is May the 10th. So it might not be framed in time, but it'll be in New Zealand in time. So I don't know. I really hope I'm going to get that finished even before the retreat. It's never ending. I can't see the end of it. I feel like it's never going to end. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the top border. I might just do the bottom border first and leave the top till last. I'm not sure. I was thinking of birth sampler, so my brother never had one, but he's 15. I don't know. I might just put. I think I had pretty much. No, I think I did make a decision on that. I think I said I was going to put his name, his full name on it, and just his date of birth and the year he was born. I don't think I was going to put anything else on that. So that'd be quite nice. Yeah, I might do that, I think. I have to remember to initial or sign it, because I always forget when I do something for someone. I always forget to sign it. Always. I've done it on one piece that I've made for someone, and that's it. Something I keep forgetting. So, if I do a video, my next video, if it's nearly finished, please remind me to sign it if I don't bring it up on my next video, because I will be really gutted if it gets to New Zealand, and then it'll be framed in New Zealand to realise I haven't signed it, put my initials on it in stitching. That would really, really annoy me. So there's that. And then I want to work on, I need to do some more on my tilt and craft. I want to do some more on my quotes to live by. I want to start the peacock cell, which we're in month 4 now, and I haven't started. But the reason I have not started is I am so indecisive, and I love bright colours that I can't settle on anything. So a stitch along that I thought was going to be amazing because I got to choose my own colours, blah blah blah, is turning into a disaster before I even start. So I really hope to start that as well. I did buy a pattern on Etsy. It's needle point. I haven't done anything like that, but it was something I absolutely loved. So I thought it would be nice to learn some needlecraft point skills. So that's there to do, and then I've got a few here still I haven't started, and then I've got all the ones coming from New Zealand. I think there's one there for my sister that's coming over. There's one for my mum that's coming over. I specifically wanted to stitch those 2 here because of course I hadn't started them at home because they could see what I was up to. Well, my mum could at least. My sister doesn't yeah, live in the same city. So it'd be nice that she won't be able to see it. Although, I wasn't going to tell her or any of my friends or anyone about FlossTube and me doing videos. I did tell Mum, like last week or the week before, that I was making my own videos on YouTube called FlossTube, and Mum said she was going to check it out. I have heard nothing back from her. I believe she's forgotten, so we'll see. But if she hasn't, and she decides to watch them all, I'll just have to tell her which ones she can't watch. But that's quite a bit in the future. I have so it came in a kit. It came in a magazine. Came with one of the cross-stitch magazines, and it's a kit. Now, it's a box that you stitch a design on. I did show you, I'm pretty sure, in one of my previous videos. Now, I didn't like that there was flowers all over the box, and then I wanted you to do butterflies over top of that, and I just thought there was a lot going on. So, I have decided to turn the box the other way, where it's just cardboard coloured, nothing on it. And I'm going to stitch it that way. And I'm also going to completely change the design on it. I've decided. I do like butterflies, but I've decided what I'm going to use the box for, so I don't want butterflies on it. So I'm going to put my needle minders in that box. I don't have a whole heap yet. If I need a bigger box, we'll get to that when we get to it. Maybe I'll swap my Ort box out, my Pac-Man Ort box out with the other one if I run out of room, because this one is deeper than the cardboard one's going to be. Yeah, I might do that. But so far I don't have that many needle minders, so I don't need to worry about it. What else? Oh yes, so I had a few ideas for the box. One of the ideas is I have an obsession with wolves. I also love foxes and bats and red pandas, but wolves are above everything else. So I was like, oh, I want to put a wolf in it. But every wolf thing I have, they're all too big. They won't fit in a little gridded box thing. I think it's, it might be 20 or 14 stitches tall by 35 long or something. So it's not very big. And then I decided I'd flip through my cross-stitch magazines and see if there was any little wolves or anything in there that shouted out to me. There wasn't, but in Cross-Stitch Crazy, they kind of have a theme of a bunch of little kind of moffats, would we call them? I don't know, designs in them, and it tells you what type there's been in previous editions. I don't know how I missed it, but I almost jumped down on my seat. There was wolves in one of them. Of course, it wasn't a magazine I got. And another one was dolphins. Now, through most of primary school and high school, dolphins were my favourite animal. I loved how free they were, how amazing they were. I wanted to be a dolphin trainer, a marine biologist. Anyway, I still like dolphins. I just, taste change, but I do still like dolphins. And so there was also dolphins in one of them. So, I am looking for the Cross Stitch Crazy issue number 244 and 242. I am looking for them. I've been on the Facebook stash sites. No one has those issue numbers, of course, because when you're looking for something, it doesn't show up, does it? So, I'm one of those people who don't like a page out of a book, a page out of a magazine. It doesn't matter. I would prefer the whole thing. So if you have either of those issues and you want to get rid of them, you don't want them anymore, please send them on to me. I know I can ask for back issues. It's kind of my last resort, because I know a lot of people will just not use them or use something out of them and then pass them on anyway. So if you have either of those issues, please let me know. I would love them. That would be amazing. So I am looking for them. If you see them, let me know. It would be amazing, because ideally I would love to stitch one or even two. Two would be amazing, because two is better than one. Little wolf things on this box that I'm going to put my needle minders in, because I just need more wolf stuff in my room. I have so much wolf stuff in my room, but I still need more. But yeah, anyway, bit of an obsession, not gonna lie, but foxes too. And look, I am drinking my cup of tea, and this cup is adorable. It's also cold now, but that's okay. So yes, keep an eye out for them for me, please. I will be looking as well, but of course, there's no list of every single stash Facebook page, so I'm probably not on some of them. I know I'm on a couple, but I doubt I'm on all of them. So yeah, keep your eyes open. The other thing oh yes, so my quotes to live by. I had that on my Q-Snap. My Q-Snap is now designated to my Tilt and Craft. I'm pretty sure my Q-Snap was 11 by 17. I'm almost 100% sure. And it's, to be honest, the Tilt and Craft is a big design. I think it's perfect to use for that. A smaller one would be nice too. I definitely want more than one Q-Snap. I have a preference towards Q-Snaps. I think when I get paid, I'm going to buy a Q-Snap, another one. I think I'll buy it from Lakeside Needlepoint. Oh, sorry, I probably got that wrong, but you know who I'm talking about, because everyone talks about them. I have not yet bought anything from them yet, but now that I'm in the UK, I will be buying more from places like that, because they're in the UK. So, postage. Yay! Cheaper! Novelty. New Zealand doesn't really have that kind of... We don't really have any in New Zealand, so everything gets shipped from overseas, so shipping's not very nice. Anyway, so I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, yeah. Q-Snap, I need a second one. I don't want to take my Q-Snap off my Tilt and Craft, which means I can't continue my quotes to live by until I have another Q-Snap, because I want. We're all like that when it comes to cross stitch or crafts or whatever. But yes, I've had my Q-Snap for over a year. I kept thinking and talking about getting another one. It was harder to sort things out in New Zealand to get one. I don't have an excuse now that I'm here. Not really, anyway. So I do want to get another one. So of course the next thing I thought is, I'll need a grime guard and another project bag. Want, not need. So I thought, oh my goodness, the lady that did my project bag and my grime guard for my first one, she was amazing. Now what she did is she wanted to know, I told her, I wanted bunnies and wolves. Interesting mix, huh? So she showed me about 5 or 6 different types of fabrics. They had bunnies on them, and 5 or 6 different types of fabrics that had wolves on them. And then I got to pick which one I wanted for the grime guard and which one I wanted for the project bag. I am very particular. I might like wolves, but it has to look a certain way. So being able to choose and have a bit of a choice is ideal for me. There are wolf things out there that I will hate, or do hate, because of something specific to do with it. So I am very particular, and that is probably why, to be honest, my cross-stitch stash isn't, even the stuff at home, isn't that huge. Because I am really picky. Or sometimes I go looking and I could never find anything I liked. But it's probably why it's easier to stitch for other people, because they're not as picky as me. But I can be really choosy and really picky about the way things look. But I do like wolves, I like foxes, I like... Actually, I've got a real thing for, like, kitchen style things, like, baking or kitchen utensils, but the ones that have that cutesy kind of look to it. Like the ice cream one that I've got on my, YouTube banner top display picture thing. So a bit cutesy, but not girly girl. Yeah, see. Yeah. Anyway. I do like quite a few of the Halloween things and stuff. I haven't stitched any yet. But I really liked that one Stitchy Witch was working on. Actually, I meant to ask her what she was, or where she got it from again, or I don't know if she actually finished it though. I don't remember seeing her finish her finished version, like her finished of it. Her finish of it. Words. Oh, it must be contagious. I don't know if she finished it or not. It was all black, and I think she mucked up something on the gate a few times. And then there were black cats on either side of the gate. I can't remember exactly, but it was one I really, really liked. And if I could find it, I think it would be my first Halloween piece that I'll ever stitch, because I did really like that one. The gate looked cool. It was kind of like, you know, in my head I pictured a wrought iron, kind of old, medieval kind of gate. I don't know, it was cool. I do like old medieval things, and I like houses. For some strange reason, I love houses and things to stitch them. Oh, I don't know why. Anyway, so the lady I bought my project bag and grime guard for my Q-stack. We're looking for her yesterday, and I don't know what's happened. I purchased that off her a year ago. I'm not sure what's happened, but she no longer exists on anything. I've checked her website, I checked Facebook, I checked Etsy, Storm Boutique. I don't know what's happened, whether it's temporary, whether it's permanent, how long ago it happened. She doesn't exist anymore. I was so gutted and so sad because she just, help me out, guys. I don't know who to go to now and who would give me that kind of choice, because I am particular on things like that. I don't want the same grime guard that everyone else has, or the same project bag that everyone else has. None of that mass-produced stuff that sits in some of those. I'm not saying all, but I know some of them, like, you know, majorly mass-produced, and I see it through more than one shop, the same fabric or whatever, and it's not me. I don't know, I just like one-of-a-kind things, or even five-of-a-kind, I don't know. Someone help me out. I need to find someone new for my Grime Garden project bag that's going to fit my needs. Sorry, I have needs. So if you know someone who can fit my needs, please let me know. Stitch and Button, I know you make them. If you do watch this, if that would be something that you'd be willing to do for me, please let me know. You are the only one I know that does grime guards and project bags, and honestly, some of yours have looked really cool. So if you're willing to meet my needs, let me know. I know you're in the US. I'm happy to pay shipping for that, because I think Storm Boutique, I don't know where in the world she was from. It was not from New Zealand. It was not from Australia. It was nowhere near close to me. The shipping costs almost as much as the bag and the grime guard, I believe. But you know, happy with the work. So yeah, if you'd be willing to meet my needs, let me know, and I'll have to save up. And I don't want a naked Q-snap. I know I don't need a grime guard or a project bag, but I want one. Yeah. And I thought there was one more thing I was gonna say, and now I can't remember. No, I don't remember. Anyway, it's almost an hour. It seems to be the set time for me. But I guess if I'm doing videos every 3 or 4 weeks, then I guess an hour is pretty good if I'm doing them that often anyway. Mind you, Pam and Stephanie, don't they do it weekly, and they're always like over an hour? Hence why I'm struggling to get through them all, but I will. Believe you me, I will get through them. I'm going to stop promising doing videos every 2 weeks. It hasn't happened since the beginning. So we'll just see how it goes. Maybe one day you will be surprised and see a notification saying that I've put one up earlier than 3 or 4 weeks. Who knows? We shall see. The stitching retreat is the end of August. I am seriously thinking about taking my laptop and doing the retreat, or bits of the retreat on a video. I'm seriously debating that. I should definitely be doing a video before then. Other than that, I don't know. I've had a few new subscribers. I had a question. If anyone knows, comment down below and tell me. So I get alerted when I get a new subscriber. Is there a way of being able to look at all your subscribers and then being able to click on your subscriber and see if they've got any FlossTube videos? Because I know that some of them are bound to have FlossTube videos, but I don't know, it makes sense to be able to look specifically at your subscribers and just be able to click them and link them and get linked to their YouTube page. I don't know, is there a way of doing that? Am I missing that? Or is it something that you have to pay your YouTube account to even be able to do? Or are YouTube just not up to date with things like that? I don't know. It would make sense anyway if you could do it that way. So let me know. But yes, I am going to try and completely binge watch Pam and Stephanie over and over and over to try and see it all. So I am still doing that right now. But anyway, for the new subscribers, because I have a couple, thank you so much for subscribing. It's nice to know someone thinks my face is pretty. I'm joking. It's nice to know that some people are interested in what I have to say. You know, even if there's one person out there that watches my videos all the time, it's still a good feeling. I've been known on the odd occasion to talk to myself anyway. At least this gives me an excuse, and I'm talking to you guys, not myself. Happy stitching, guys. Have a fantastic Easter if I don't put a video up before then. I hope you're all healthy. I've got all the bugs for you. Relax. Don't work too hard. Keep stitching. And just, I don't know, it's eye-opening when something happens in your own country and it's to do with racism. Things like that. It opened my eyes, and it certainly made me think about things and go, well, there's some things I'm not happy about that I'm doing. Even some thoughts that come across in my head, and I'm not happy with them, especially after this. Like, it's just opened my eyes, and I've gone, no, I shouldn't be thinking like that. And it's just, yeah, it is eye-opening. And it's just, I don't know, it's just nice to be able to, in some ways, really properly think about something that's serious. It is, in some respects, a kind of taboo thing to talk about, or to avoid talking about, or just no one brings up the racism issues, things like that. But it does exist, and it can lead to terrible, terrible things. And maybe we just need to stop judging. If we stop doing things like that, would we have all these war issues? And I don't know, you tell me. Anyway, respect everyone's differences, and hey, they're way more interesting when they're not the same as you, and when they have very different interests. It's great to hang out with someone who has the same interests as you, but someone who's different. Wow, it opens your world up more, because you learn about things you didn't know about. And it's interesting. And I don't know, it's the way life should be, I believe. My opinion, I believe. But, yeah, anyway. So, I will say goodbye, pretty much on the hour. If it's not too late, I have to do some stitching before I go to bed. But I don't know, because clocks had to go forward, and I had dinner around just before 8. I don't have dinner that late normally. Normally it's 6:30, I'm down there sorting dinner out. Yes, I have a routine. But it's just so light, and I still feel so awake. It's really messing with my brain right now. So I might be up late again tonight anyway. I do need to do some Into the Jungle stitching. Whoop, whoop. We will see how I go with that. Comment below and ask me if I actually did. Get me motivated, keep me moving. That's what I need you guys for. But yeah. So things to think about, things to ponder. But most of all, enjoy stitching. I'll see you soon, I promise. Hey, I'm still smiling. So this is Love Song. Words! Man! Audrey, you passed that on. Thanks. I got lucky into this video by the sounds of it. It's contagious. Watch out, FlossTubers. Anyway, this is Love Song signing out. Now that she's got her words. I'm going to finish my cold cup of tea and hopefully do some stitching. But yeah, enjoy your stitching. Stay safe. Stay open-minded. And I will see you in no longer than 3 weeks, because I think 4 would be the retreat and I want a video in before the retreat. So, see you soon. Hit me up if I have not put a video out and it gets close to my retreat date. Honestly, like, be like, I want to see that cross-stitch stuff that your friend brought over from New Zealand. I want to see what you've got. Like, I need that. I just need the reminder. I think I get busy, and then on the weekends I get lazy because I'm so busy Monday to Friday. But have a great week, guys. It is the first day of the working week. Monday-itis. That's what I can blame words on. Monday-itis. I hate Mondays. First day of the week. But anyway, have a great week, guys. I will be catching up on more FlossTube. If you have subscribed and you do FlossTube, I'd appreciate you just commenting that down in the comments below. Just so I'm aware. Like, I hear not lots of names on some of the videos I'm watching, but most of them fly out of my head, and it would be nice. You've become loyal to me for subscribing. I want to be loyal to you. So if you do have YouTube videos up, let me be one of your loyal supporters. Advertise yourself. You're worth it. I'm blabbing continuously. I'm gonna go. Happy stitching. This is Love a Song. Finally signing out. Bye, guys.